Hello. Here are 3 restorative yoga poses that you can easily create at home with what you ever have at home, and which are super relaxing and super uh, deeply nourishing, really. And they are excellent for the autumn and winter times, but you can practice them all year round. So we start off with supported back bend. So before you start, have all cushions, blankets that you can find in your house, have them ready. So I build it up in a way as if you have no bolster and no blocks as well. So for this simple back bend, have 1, 2, 3 firmer blankets. Yeah. So depending on the height of your back bend, what feels comfortable. Also have a soft scarf or an iPad. So 1 to 3 are excellent. And although it doesn't look very high, they are quite, they do the trick. So you fold the blanket in half, and then you fold the half on the long side in half, and then one more in half. So you get a strip like that. So then you keep them, you need the length of your spine and your head. Yeah. So you want to be right at the back, with the back at the base of the blanket, and then you lie down. And so I need a little bit more space here. So like so, that's perfect. And then I carry on with my second layer. You start this slightly further back so they stagger, and with that they mold perfectly around your lower back. And then I have another one. So firm blankets are the best. To the height that you need, where it feels comfortable. And if you have fleecy blankets, then they are perfect for covering yourself, because you need to cover yourself. So this has a good height. The top one I fold once in so that my neck is a bit more supported. So I just fold the edges in, and that supports my neck, lowers the chin slightly. And then you take your blanket to cover as well. Have some socks on, especially if you practice it in the autumn and winter. Have some socks. And then so what you're aiming for is that you get this slide opening across the chest, so the arms can go on the side. And if your shoulders are tight, then use another cushion, a thinner cushion, and for your wrist only. So it just goes, as you can see, like this. Only the hand goes on it. The wrist is sort of on the edge of the cushion. Then you have it in line with where the positioning of the hand. And then before you cover yourself up, get your timer from your phone, take it on flight mode, put a timer on for at least 10 minutes. You should be there. So the feet are covered. You can also, if it feels more comfortable, bend your knees, in which case you take your feet wide to the edge of the mat and your knees in. Feet wide, knees in, they support themselves. Then you put your iPad on, or a soft scarf to cover the eyes, to create darkness. It's time to come out of the pose. You take first a deep breath. Re-energize your system again and signalize that you are moving on. It's you coming out of this position. So peel your scarf or the iPad away from the eyes. You bring your feet closer and then you roll onto your side. And you stay there for another breath or two. And then you come up from the side. And then you should already, after the first one, you should already feel relaxed and different, really. If you want to do only one, you have time for one, then that's perfect. If you have the choice between having a cup of tea, sitting down and lying down and take one restorative pose for 10 minutes, choose the pose because it sends you into a different mental frame, and afterwards you feel much more re-energized and you're refreshed to do whatever you want to do with the rest of your time. So we're setting up a supine twist, which is very relaxing for the body. Opens the chest, especially the upper chest areas, but we have to, and re-energizes the spine as well. But we have to put a little bit more support underneath the arms and the legs to not do it too stretchy. Yeah, so supine twist, you might know, is in this one. Yeah, so this is the supine twist. I mean, because by its own it is already quite relaxing. So we need to, and it is also, it stretches out the body. So we need to add much more padding to it. Okay, so let's start. You might want to have an extra layer of softness if you're on a floor like I am. If you're on the carpet, then the mat should be fine. So because we turn the head, it's also good to have support for the head. I use a cushion now for this, and I fold it this way because you need to turn your head to the side, so you need a little bit more space for that. Then the back arm, the arm that we are, the front arm, the arm that we are turning away from, twisting away from, that needs a little bit support, and also the other side as well. So you can already have the scarf for your eyes close by. So you can already do that with me. So take the arms out at shoulder level. Bend your knees and let the legs roll to your right and you over the head over to the left. So you want to have, I take a cushion underneath the back arm. In that way, I show you on the front arm. I take the pointy bit to the shoulder and take the arm along and take the cushion along the arm. But you need to have the hand supported as well. So you might need to have another one for the hand. Either a little higher or same height. Yeah, so lower, not so much, slightly higher or same height than the cushion. So leave that on this side. So let's go. I'm just looking how to show the best this way, showing the best for you. So let's go to the right. And now we want to put underneath the hips, between hips and ankles, a blanket. And then you can see it depends very much on your mobility now. So you can take it if this feels a bit too high, and then you take it slightly further forward. So remember, you aim for openness, but not for a sense of stretching. Then I take another blanket, and this goes now between the knee and the ankle. So you want to have the top leg also in a comfortable way that it can stay there. You want to stay here for 2 minutes roughly, that you can stay for 2 minutes without feeling either of it too open, too stretched out. So your back shoulder, you want to address the same way like I showed here, the pointy bit towards the shoulder blade. So the shoulder joint is nice, really supported. And also then the hand, the wrist and the back of the hand. And here now, you can, when you feel you have a good setup, you feel comfortable there. You can cover yourself, even if you stay for a shorter time. Always remember, you want to be warm and you want to feel that sense of safety. In a twist, it might be less so because the front is not as open and exposed as in the back bend, but still. And the eyes you want to close, maybe with a scarf. If you have the iPad, then take it, make it a little heavier on one side, and take this heavy side on your temple area, the top, so that it is heavy enough and keeps the iPad in place. Yeah, so I go to the other side, same here. And maybe you need your head a little higher. Then you can take another cushion there. So like I said, this is a pose that needs a bit more support than others. So head again. So head is really supported. Neck doesn't feel too open. Shoulders can relax. And the legs can relax. And then, like before, when you first arrive in this pose, or in any other pose, first take a moment and really let your body settle in. You want to have the shoulders relaxing and sinking into the support of the blankets, cushions, whatever you use. Your head and neck as well. Make sure your neck feels long and spacious. Let your back relax. And your hips and your legs as well. So take the support as high as you need. And also in between the legs, this gap, support as well, so they feel really at ease. You can just let go. The arms, the elbows, you can soften. As mentioned before, set your timer for 2 minutes. Send your breath into the open side. Wherever feel the space is opening, the upper chest, the rib cage, the abdomen. Send your breath into those spaces. If you are familiar with the 3-part breath, you can apply that in this twist. They really lend to themselves to the 3-part breath. But don't get distracted with that. And then when you feel you want to change or your timer comes on, then you deepen your breath again first. And then with an in-breath, you take your legs back to center. You can keep the support between the legs. Take your eye mask away. Shuffle a little towards your right side so you have space to relax the legs to the left. So there's minimum movement and minimum effort. Remember, you want to have the support for the hips close to the hip joints, and then the legs will be supported automatically. Check the arm and shoulder, that's important. And then turn the head to the other side. And when you support the head with an extra cushion, then you can again put the pointy part into the neck towards the vertebrae, towards the spine. And then you have also space for the ear. Can be a bit fuller what is in contact with the temple. And then the arms and shoulders as before. Minimum movements, and as you settle, again first through the shoulders in this different position, different direction, through the neck, through the head, the hips and the legs. And then again, breathe into the open spaces of the abdomen, the rib cage, sort of mid chest and upper chest. And again, to exit the pose, first you take a deep breath in. And then with an in-breath, you bring your legs back to center, your head back to center. Peel your eye mask away. Take all the support to the side. And then roll again over to the side. And from that up into sitting. So the next pose is Savasana, which is the classical pose for relaxation. And you need 2 cushions for the hands on either side, same cushions. Put those up, and I'll take these ones for the legs. Okay, so I'm show you how this now works. So in between, best is to take the your props always back at the same place, the one that you know you keep. You can obviously keep it where they are. And first of all, we make a bolster for the legs. So you take 2 blankets on top of each other. Then you fold them sort of a third or quarter in, and then you roll it really tightly. Okay, so that will be the support for the back of your knees. And we set it up in that way. So you shuffle on your mat a bit more towards the bottom. And what is really super nice is if the ankles are free. So because if you're here, you will be a little longer. So the heels, they might feel the pressure of the surface. And to avoid that, you can use a blanket or these cushions, put them underneath so they will be free, and that makes it super nice. So you already start here. Put your blanket to cover on top, because in Savasana you want to set your timer for about 20 minutes. That's a good time. And I won't the video, I won't keep it on all for the 20 minutes, just to settle you in. And then I will turn it off so that you can really come in, set your timer, and stay there your own time. So the head support, I fold a little thicker cushion in half, in a triangular shape, and the pointy bit again towards the spine. So you slowly lower down onto your elbows and then onto your back. So now you should be throughout the back with the legs in a comfortable position. You have your blanket and you place your hands now onto the cushion. Just the hand, not the wrist, just the hand. So the elbow relaxes, the hand is slightly elevated, and the shoulder relaxes more. Measure it all out where it needs to be. The last is your eye mask, iPad, scarf. And then hands and you would cover it as well, so that everything stays nicely warm. So when you have your hands placed, everything feels just good, so your body can just drop into the pose. Check in with your head. If you feel this is slightly too low, then you can fold in the side edges of the cushion to lift the head even a little more. So you want to feel the chin lowers just a little bit more towards the chest in a relaxed way, and then the body, not just the body, the nervous system, that's what we work with. The nervous system is completely at ease. So as you stay longer, every little niggle you want to address first before you start your relaxation, because you will hone into that after a while and feel, I'm not comfortable, feel this sticks somewhere in, or this is exposed. And so the nervous system and the mind, they will be busy with reminding you that something sticks out, something is touching what shouldn't, and you're not relaxing into this, or you're not entering this deeper relaxation. So address every little niggle and then let your body settle. Let the back of the head settle, the shoulder blades, elbows, wrists and hands, the mid-back, the pelvis, the knees, and the heels into the support. With each out breath, give in to the gravity, the pull, the heaviness. When your body has completely settled, then stay with your breath, how it streams into the body, how the body responds to the breath. It opens, creates space, and how it releases again, and the breath goes. There are natural pauses after the in and the out breath. Stay with these pauses.